Guys, I just minted 160 ETH NFT.
And it's sick.
In one of my more recent videos, I talked about this new scam called CRYPTOLAND, and in that video I mainly focused on the age of consent controversy that the people behind the project got themselves into. It's very obvious from a quick first glance that CRYPTOLAND is nothing more than a sad attempt to scam people out of millions of dollars, but what if I told you that it goes much, much deeper than that? Buckle up, kiddos, because today we're taking a deeper dive into the lore of one of the dumbest ideas ever conceived by man. Let's begin with a recap of what we covered in the last video on the subject. A user by the name of WideSauce on Twitter tagged CRYPTOLAND in a tweet and asked what the age of consent in CRYPTOLAND would be. A bit of a silly question, sure, but considering this is a group of man-children trying to start up their own crypto-based island and economy, it's also understandable that someone may be curious of such a thing. The real problem comes from CRYPTOLAND's official response, which would precede a major series of events comprised of fervent backtracking, damage control, and fake cease and desist letters being sent out to those who cover the topic. Mental maturity should be more than enough. Winky face. As stated in the last video, this response was promptly deleted, but not before people took screenshots and even went as far as archiving it on the Wayback Machine. Once these screenshots started to surface in their Discord server and on Twitter, the CRYPTOLAND team decided that their best bet was to try and project the backlash onto others, claiming that the person who responded to the tweet was not a native English speaker and that they were the victims of mass misrepresentation and targeted harassment. They would follow this up with a request that people do more research before jumping to conclusions, which basically meant that they wanted you to go by their version of the context because it suits them more. Now, I could go over why this is more than pure and utter bullshit, but for the sake of simplification, allow me to make something very clear. There is no misrepresentation or misconstruction, because this wasn't some sort of random allegation somebody made on the internet. These were the very words of CRYPTOLAND themselves that were taken at face value. Trying to project onto others because you basically admitted that you're a work-in-progress sequel to Epstein's Island is like putting a fork in a power outlet and then blaming your mom for neglecting you because she wasn't in the room when you got electrocuted. On top of that, I've never heard of any restaurant or amusement park that uses age of consent as reference. Age of consent is a pretty straightforward concept, one that even the most feeble-minded individuals should be able to understand. So it doesn't make any sense that they would call this an ill-intentioned inquiry, and the red flags are even more obvious when you call into question the winky face at the end of the tweet, which implies that they did in fact understand the question. Unfortunately, this is not the only time the people behind CRYPTOLAND have incriminated themselves by talking out of their asses, because one of them said this in response to a question about whether there would be hookers on their island in their Discord server. Only if she is 14, so it looks like she's your daughter. Posting either of these screenshots in their Discord server will unsurprisingly result in an instantaneous ban, because similarly to Chris Chan, they seem to be under the false pretense that once you delete something from the internet, it's gone forever and can never come back to haunt you. CRYPTOLAND has a special way of telling people they don't like negative comments about their project, and that's by sending fake cease and desist letters, or cease and desist as they like to call them, through Gmail, pretending to be represented by a legal team despite the fact that the entire project is basically a giant violation of copyright laws by itself, among other legal issues that we will get to shortly. If you dare to make a video talking anything but positively about the project, not only will you get a fake cease and desist letter from CRYPTOLAND, but these huge wieners will also attempt to DMCA strike your channel. The beauty and the irony of this is that CRYPTOLAND's presentation video contains countless amounts of stolen assets and music, and also uses the likenesses of real people without any permission whatsoever. Thankfully, CRYPTOLAND was finally served a taste of their own medicine recently, but this time in a completely legal and justified manner. See, towards the end of the video, there's a casino section where the Crazy Frog music can be heard playing in the background. Obviously, being CRYPTOLAND, they did not get any permission to use said music, and they also steal other music like Super Mario Bros.' music, among others. People notified the Crazy Frog creators of this, and they swiftly struck down the presentation video for CRYPTOLAND with a DMCA claim. CRYPTOLAND has NBC and Fox News listed on their website, likely as a way to make their website and project seem legitimate. This entire scheme falls through, however, with a quick Google search of CRYPTOLAND under the news category, because I couldn't find a single article from either of those two outlets that so much as mentioned the name CRYPTOLAND. They had also listed people on their website as team members who, in actuality, had absolutely nothing to do with the project. Fortunately, a number of the individuals in question were notified of the unauthorized use of their names and likenesses, and subsequently requested that they be taken down. This has whittled the number of team members down to 4 people. The 2 lead proprietors, Max Olivier and Helena Lopez, and 2 other people, Ricardo Gomez and Chris Avanon. The link to Chris's Twitter account leads to a now deleted account, but we can still poke around their LinkedIn pages to find out more. Unsurprisingly, I was unable to find anything related to CryptoLand on either page, which leads me to assume that Tweedledee and Tweedledum here saw these 2 people were involved in cryptocurrency to some degree, and figured this was an excuse enough to involve them in this giant scam. I can only hope that their names aren't tied to this project, because if my name was put on something like this without my permission, I'd be pretty pissed too. Let's talk about something really important to this whole ordeal. Nananui Cake, the Fijian island that CryptoLand is to be based on. In a Q&A session on Discord, somebody asked the team if they already own the island, to which a spokesperson replied, "We are in process. We have secured the island via a purchase agreement. This means that the island is reserved for CryptoLand." Interestingly enough, the island in question is still listed as for sale on several real estate websites. This is in direct contradiction to their statement claiming that the land has been reserved for them. In simpler terms, the CryptoLand team is attempting to sell land that they don't even own. On top of this, the island is listed as being around 600 acres or just under a single square mile. In other words, Nananui Cake doesn't actually look like it will have the required space for all of these crazy locations that CryptoLand promotes in their video, like the Blockchain Hills and Crypto Beach. They also recently implemented a bot that immediately bans you from their Discord server if you send any links to real estate websites listing the island as still for sale. But CryptoLand's counterintuitive streak of madness doesn't end there. Enter Kyle Chassé, a self-proclaimed general expert who, after investing in cryptocurrency before it was popular, became a multi-millionaire and makes YouTube videos discussing and promoting crypto. For the most part, there's nothing really wrong with any of his videos. Until you see this one. I bought real land in Fiji with crypto. CryptoLand. In this video, Kyle gloats about how he supposedly spent $1.3 million on a plot of land on this island, and how it's going to be the greatest thing ever. I say supposedly because he didn't actually spend $1.3 million. Some internet detectives did some sleuthing and were able to uncover these supposed purchases by backtracing Kyle's personal wallet address. To quote Upper Echelon, because I can't really do it justice myself, quote, "CryptoLand NFTs are built upon a contract that revolves around certain prices. After the contract was created, the price of these land parcels, on an island they do not own, was cut in half, which is when Kyle Chassé bought them, and then immediately after, the price was elevated back to normal. Kyle Chassé, despite a $1.3 million price tag in his thumbnail, purchased this NFT referring to land that neither he nor the seller had any legal authority over for half price as some sort of promotional deal," unquote. As if this wasn't greasy enough, we can find this direct quote in CryptoLand's official white paper. Section C. "By accessing and or accepting possession of any information in this white paper or such part thereof, as the case may be, you represent and warrant CryptoLand and or the distributor as follows. Paragraph G. You are fully aware of and understand that you are not eligible to purchase any CryptoLander, King CryptoLander NFT tokens if you are a citizen, resident, tax or otherwise, or green card holder of the United States of America." Now, it should be obvious why this is a major red flag because Kyle Chassé himself is a US citizen. Because of this, based on their own white paper, he should not be eligible to purchase anything related to CryptoLand, but we can see right here that for whatever reason, they made a special exception. In Kyle's video, you can see a section of the screen that has been obscured by a large white box. This is actually a mandatory prompt that requires buyers to acknowledge that they are not US citizens before the purchase can continue. To make it simple, Kyle Chassé, a financial advisor and promotional backer of CryptoLand, purchased land that he can't own for half price from a project that actually prohibits him from doing so and lied about his citizenship for the sake of promotional material. Another quick thing I want to point out is in regards to the casino section I mentioned earlier, and that's that gambling is actually completely illegal in Fiji. When confronted with this fact, the only excuses that the team has are either that's not a casino or we didn't know. And I'm more inclined to believe the latter excuse because they certainly did little to no actual research into the land they're attempting to buy or the country it belongs to. There's also never any mention of essential services like education, disaster relief, entertainment, healthcare, power infrastructure, or legal authority. CryptoLand is nothing more than the second coming of Fire Festival. There is no paradise, there is no blockchain hills, and there's certainly no legal framework to support the project. I'm not expecting this video to blow up enough to warrant the attention of Max or Helena, let alone a cease and desist letter. Then again, I wasn't expecting my Red Ape family video to blow up the way it did, so who knows. Anyways, if it does actually come down to that and this video hits 50 likes, I will make a second video where I print out the letter, wipe my ass with it, and then email the video back to them personally. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I love you guys. We're getting really close to 400 subscribers, which is almost half 1,000, and that is absolutely insane. You guys are making my dream come true, and I can't thank you enough. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.